What's up, guys? Let's follow protocol. That's a fresh, full cup. So what does a full cup mean? Might be here a minute. See if I can do this without knocking the liquid gold over. Okay. It is time, I think, to officially and completely, once and for all, settle the debate. What is best for the armed prepared citizen? This or this? This is a question that has raged for millennia. It has been the cause of countless threads of war on various internet forums, the loss of friendships, the rank defiling of friend against friend. Everybody has their own pick, okay? AR, AK. And I want to get into that real quick because I think we need to settle the debate once and for all. And I do mean seriously settle it, okay? So, I have owned and shot both for many, many years. Done a lot of training with both. Done a lot of practice with both. And what I've come to learn is this. The AR-15 is a very accurate, user-friendly weapon that's capable of being configured in many, many different ways. Contrary to what a lot of people say, and I know this for a fact, the AR-15 is far more reliable than some people want to give it credit for. You may not like it, but it works. And it works a long time, and it works under bad conditions. The 5.56 round is more than capable of doing its job from up close to easily 600, maybe even 700 yards, depending on the person behind the trigger. That's fact. Okay? I know that for a fact. The guns are very, very capable and make a prime choice for the armed prepared citizen. Now, the AK. The AK is a very simple design. If you look into who it was designed for, what was going on at the time, the conditions, the purposes, the doctrinal things that were developed along with it, the AK is stupid simple. The AK is very reliable. It's not as user-friendly per se as maybe an AR-15, but it's easily combat capable, user-friendly under real-world circumstances. The AK is the most prolific rifle around the world. The AR-15 is the most prolific one in the continental United States, but the AK is a close second behind it in the continental United States. Contrary to what some people believe, and we'll try to tell you, the AK is far more accurate than what they will lead you to believe. It's an accurate gun. It will easily hit man-sized targets, 300, 400 yards, depending on the shooter, the optics, etc. There is one of these that's a definitive winner, though, and I'm gonna get to that. Okay. The AR-15 has the bonus of, as I said, the most prolific rifle in the continental United States. Therefore, mags, ammo, parts are readily available, and in a long-term catastrophic event would probably be fairly easy to come across and cannibalize from other guns. The AK is the second most prolific rifle in the continental United States. Mags and ammo and parts be fairly easy to come by in a grid down long-term event, right? So, the correct answer to the question of which one of these is best for the armed prepared citizen is yes. That's it. I have spoken. End of story. So, now that we've covered that, let's talk about both of them a little bit, shall we? A little bit more so than what we already have. Here's what you got to understand, people. There's not a wrong answer to this, okay? These are both capable weapons. They will both serve you well in protecting your life. The AR-15 can be had in configurations from rifle to carbine to pistol. The AK can be had in carbine, pistol, you name it. Nowadays, you can get them in every flavor possible, both guns. Even more so with more and more companies coming out supporting both platforms at good prices. My advice when someone asks, well, what should I get for the armed prepared citizen? There is two criteria that I tell them to take into account. First and foremost is, it's a two-part question. Do you have any prior experience with either one? And if so, how much? Right? So, I've got both. I've been shooting one of these since I don't even remember how young. My dad had a early 1973 made Colt SP1 that I was shooting in the early 80s when I was probably 8 years old, maybe, give or take. That's what I grew up shooting. In the military, I shot one. When I got out, that's primarily what I had and trained with for a long time. I've got thousands and thousands and thousands of repetitions with an AR as far as manipulating the gun, working the controls, the safety, etc. So for me, my primary go-to gun is pretty much always going to be an AR because I've got so much time behind the trigger on one. And that's the key point with that first question of which one do you have the most experience with. Because if you've got one that you've already got a lot of experience with, it's probably best to stick with that and then maybe pick up the other one as a secondary just in case kind of thing, which we'll touch on again in a minute. Did I mention I got a full cup of coffee here? But it's rapidly depleting. And you'll have to forgive me. I think I'm catching my wife's cold. I digress. There is something to be said for that repetition and time that you've got on a particular platform. Either one, doesn't matter which one, right? The second question is, do you intend to work as part of a group or a team, be it a group of family, friends, whatever? If so, what are they predominantly running? It's wise to have commonality with friends, especially friends that you intend to be with if things ever go bad. Now, that said, modern times have brought some awesome possibilities to that respect. So let's say you're an AR guy, you've been shooting ARs your whole life. Like me, the handling of one is one that you are very, very competent and capable with. But say your group of friends that you intend to be with are all running 7.62 AKs. Due to the awesomeness of modern times, there's a simple solution for somebody in your boat. Look no further, and yes, I'm going to pimp it, than the Palmetto State Armory KS-47. 16-inch carbine, 10.5-inch pistol, either one. That lets you, as I've said in other videos on that gun, have an AR that has your safety, your charging handle, all your controls, your feel, ergonomics, everything as an AR, but allows you magazine and ammo commonality with your friends that are running AKs, right? So that gives you a lot of options. Now the flip side of that, let's say you're an AK guy. That's what you started out on. That's what you've got a lot of time with. There are companies now, and as of SHOT Show of this year, even more, who have brought out and are bringing out 5.56 chambered AKs. Some that take 5.56 AK mags, which is okay as long as you have a bunch of your own magazines. At least you've got ammo compatibility, which is huge. But a number of them are bringing out AKs that take AR mags. So you've got magazine and ammo compatibility with your friends that you tend to be with, but in an AK platform that you're familiar with, right? So as far as manipulating the controls, malfunction drills, whatever, you've got that ability that you're already hardwired for. So the future is wide open as far as how to get set up. Now, for me and my friends, we like both because both platforms let us have all the bases covered, right? When my AR, I got that covered. With my AKs, I've got that covered. So I can run either set of mags, either caliber of ammo. There's just tons of possibilities. Now, I will say this. If you're on a budget and you got to figure things out and you can't just afford to go throw money around everywhere, pick the one, again, that fits that previous criteria and go with it. Here's the important thing. Stop believing and buying into the nonsense that people on both sides of this aisle try to throw at you. There are people that will spend more time arguing with each other and others over which one of these guns and which one of these calibers is best than they will actually worrying about the things that are going on that would cause us to have to use them. Okay? The real world and history has shown they're both fully capable of doing the job that they're intended to do. What more do you want? What more is to be gained by arguing which one is better? Either one. The answer is yes. Plain and simple. So pick which one fits for you and don't worry about it. Once you've got it, mags, ammo, training, practice, repeat, in that order. Oh, and somewhere in there, a little bit of gear. Hit me up, I know a guy. I mean, I could go on about this forever because I've seen so many of the arguments on both sides. And most of you are probably ready to tune out by now, which is okay. I know, short attention spans and all that. I get it. But seriously, guys, there are companies out there that are trying to make it so that you can get both of these guns, either one of these guns, whatever. Again, I'm an advocate of having one of each. I really am. And I know it's just been recently that I've started showing AK stuff on the channel. That hasn't been for lack of want. It's just been due to situation and circumstance, right? But rest assured, you're going to start seeing a lot more AK stuff on here. You're going to continue to see AR stuff on here. Absolutely, hands down. And I'm going to continue to talk about and hail the companies that are making it so that we can afford these. Oh, I've got an itch. Sorry. And of course, the two that I have already shown and said that I know work: Palmetto State Armory, Century Arms. I've taught with both of them. I've got their stuff. I've shot them. I've researched it. They work, and they're in that ballpark of what I consider affordable for the armed prepared citizen. Get it and rock it out. Either one works, okay? You can do the same job with both guns. If you get both, make sure you devote plenty of time to both guns. So me, what I'm doing now that I'm back with AKs, because I went a couple years where I didn't have any. I had to sell some due to various reasons that are unimportant. Needed some money. About 2/3 of my practice time goes on to my ARs, and about 1/3 of it to the AKs. Why? Because the AR is my primary go-to. However, I'm making sure that I get plenty of time in on my AK so that if I do have to pick it up and go with it for whatever reason, I've got enough time with it that I know I can run it and be good with it. Fortunately, I haven't really lost too much from when I previously had them. So it's kind of like picking up a bicycle for the first time in a couple of years. You still pretty much got the basics down on how to handle the thing. So, good to go. But there you go. I know that may shock some of you. I know some of you are probably sad and disappointed and hurt, but the sad fact of the matter is the answer to the question of which one is better, the AR or the AK, is unequivocally yes. Take care, guys. Get prepared. And everything that entails being prepared all the time. Get trained. Go practice. Get some more training. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.